So, this is what happened. First of all, I wanted to go to the beach. We were 1 block from the beach every fucking day. It's right there. Let's fucking go. And so, when we finally got there, it was just misery. It was like, he was just going to the beach. Just to fucking, it took 5 days to finally get there. There's more to this thing. I'm leaving that stuff out. But when we finally got there, he was just pissed. He was just fucking miserable as fuck. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. So I said, fuck it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I literally threw my towel down and I ran. The water was not too, it was like 3 steps, well, not 3 steps, but 3 steps, just kind of about 5-10 steps just running. And I'm running around in the water. I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. You know, I was out there for maybe 2 minutes. Okay, something like that. I come running back. I'm, come on, let's fucking go. Get in the water. It's awesome. He's all pissed, right? So he admitted, yeah, you're right. I was in a bad mood. I was pissy. Now, he didn't deny it. He admitted it. You're right. I did do that. But Mike, now here's something I want to bring up. There's something called delete, distort, and generalize. It's something that humans and even animals do, right? I'm not going to explain exactly what it is now, but he did this. And I'll break it down in a second. So he goes, what you couldn't see. I'm like looking like, oh God, here it comes. What you couldn't see. Now, mind you, I'm standing in front of them on the beach looking right at him. He's like 3 feet away from me. He goes, you couldn't see that I was on the phone with a customer. And that's the way I am when I talk to my customers. And I'm thinking, you're a total asshole to your customers and you're a prick and you're just a dickhead. Like, wow, you know, like, I wonder why you like that. But even if he is a prick and dickhead to his customers, right? Because he was trying to say the reason why I was so angry and mean was because I was on the phone. He didn't try. He actually said that. First of all, there was no fucking phone. I was right there. I saw the whole fucking thing, right? And secondly, when I brought it up, because he goes, you want to leave? And we fucking ended up leaving. I think I ran in real quick and jumped. I was like, fuck whatever, dude. So we went back home and I brought up like, dude, what is your fucking deal? Like, what? He didn't bring anything about some invisible fucking phone, right? It was the invisible phone trick. That's called delete, distort, and generalize. It's basically like, so there's a cup here. What they do is like, there wasn't a cup there. There was actually a lighter, but you couldn't see the lighter because you're fucking, only my invisible eyes can see the lighter, right? And that's literally the way they are. They will take things out of the picture. They will bring things into the picture that weren't there. But here's the thing. They have an agenda. And this is important. This is the way they want it to be. And in their mind, this is the way it is. They will lie. They will bullshit. They will delete. They will distort. They will generalize what actually happened. And they will radically change it. I was waiting for him to say, but Mike, you couldn't see it, but there was a giant invisible sand hamster biting my ass. And that's why I was talking to you like that. I mean, literally, these people are fucking delusional. Delusional. And they want you to fall or believe their delusions, okay? All right, so here's one of the things. Even if he was on the phone with a customer and he's an asshole to his customers for whatever reason, God knows, God, who knows, it doesn't give him the right to treat me like a piece of shit because he was mad at his customer. That's just the way he deals with his customers. And that's something you got to look out for, is just because someone had a bad day or they're pissed off at someone or they just got off the phone with the invisible sand hamster that bit their ass, that doesn't give them the right to treat you like shit. So that is absolutely a sign to say, see you the fuck later, dude. Bye. So don't fall for it anymore. Don't. Just understand that what they will do is they will add things into the story. They will change things. They will move things. They will take things out of the story. That's called delete, distort, and generalize. They will make it bigger than it was. They will make it smaller than it was. They'll say, well, it was like 10 miles away. It's like, dude, it was like 3 feet from me. What are you talking about? This is a lesson for you. You need to get to the point in your life where you don't let other people bullshit you and change what actually happened. You go, and this is called going supernova. Narcissists will try to change what really happened, and they're going to try to get your brain to see it in a different way. And you're like, no, dude, Because when I started learning all these terms and terminologies, I've dealt with narcissists my whole life. I just never called. I just called them assholes and motherfuckers or whatever. When I learned all the terms, I was like, oh my god, that's what happened. Because they couldn't wait a minute. Because they're like, what do you mean Hoover? Like, I got rid of mine. And, as I realized what they were, it's like, oh, they did Hoover me until I fucking said, bullshit, you motherfucker, you lied, you said it, I got it on my phone, recorded it, you fucking bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Like the last one, I actually had a witness. He was actually there and he heard everything. And David was there, blah, 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 blah. And that person has never called. My ex-girlfriend, I couldn't figure like she would come, she would go, she would come, she'd do that whole Hoover, come back, leave, discard. And I'm like, well, why did she fucking leave finally? Like, because I snapped. I called her on her shit. And that's what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to ruin the painting, the illusionary painting that they made up in their mind of what really happened. And when you call them on it, and they're like, it's like they get to a point where they're like, fuck, I can't even lie to this guy about this shit. It's like they know it. They're on to me. They know I'm playing the game. And that's when they leave, is when you call them on their bullshit. Okay? So let's move on to what happened. So I had basically been very clear of why I don't want this motherfucker around, how miserable I fucking was. And I also was like, I need to let this guy completely just spill his guts so he can't walk away going, well, there's this one thing I didn't tell you, because that's what he kept saying. There was this one thing, or you don't understand. You didn't see what really happened. I'm like, all right, tell me what happened. So here's something that I did, though. I spoke. I was angry. And I let him know I'm not this nice guy that you think I fucking am. And I explained why I didn't want to be around him. And then I let him spoke. He admitted. And then he went into blame shifting. It wasn't him. It was his dad. It was the invisible sand hamster biting his ass. It was the invisible phone that he didn't have in his hand. People, you got to understand, I was only in the water for like 2 fucking minutes. And I ran back up. And we were right there. It wasn't like he was miles away from the fucking water. And I'm like, so are you fucking telling me somebody called you by the time you laid out your towel? Now, I didn't lay, I threw my towel down and I ran in. I was in the water for 2 minutes or so. I ran back up and there was no phone there. So now he's going to come back. Well, yeah, but I was on the phone when you were in the water. Really? So someone called you instantaneously. You spoke for less than a minute and a half. So by the time I was running up, the phone was already fucking put away in your backpack. Bullshit. See what I'm saying? That's bullshit. So now, God, what else happened? There's so much. I got some notes here. So I had explained all the stuff that happened, but he literally unraveled every fucking thing, such as at the beach. It was because he had the invisible phone on. He literally said to me, but you couldn't see the phone. He literally said that to me. Oh, okay, it was an invisible phone. Okay, great. And so he unraveled all the stories. He blame shifted. On one story, he's like, well, that was because of my dad. I'm like, well, wait, what are you talking about? Your dad wasn't there. Well, that was the way I was raised. Like, oh, okay, so I was raised. Oh, okay. So you treat people like shit. You know it's wrong, but that's the way you were raised. Okay, got it. And so it was just one thing. Now, here's the thing that shocked me the most. I literally did something called the agreement frame. All right. And I literally just agreed with everything. It's like, oh, is that what happened? Oh, okay. You had a phone that I couldn't see. Yeah, you couldn't see the phone in my hand. It's like, oh, okay, sure. I literally just agreed, and then he went down in his own little world. Now, here's what I did. I expanded out, and I was watching this person go into his own little world. It was like, here's what really happened, Mike. And it was all about lying and deleting and distorting and, the awesome thing wasn't there. It was actually not there that day. There's really a blue pen and not the black pen. And everything was getting distorted and deleted and generalized. And all. I was literally in awe. I literally, kid you not. I was in absolute awe. And I was like, this guy's a fucking machine. It's like he gaslighted. He lied, he deleted, he distorted, he blame shifted, he deflected. And I'm just like, wow. Like, he can't not have a fucking conversation without bullshitting. And I was just like, excuse me. Here's my point. I realized, I think at this point I had compassion for him. I don't think I know I did. I remember saying in the back of my head, like, he literally can't not lie. He literally can't not bullshit. He literally can't not play mind games and all that other shit that he does. And I was just watching him. Holy fuck. Like, hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. That will be part 5 of Dominate, Sting, and Destroy the Narcissist. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, MikeKollin.com. Check out my website, and remember, please subscribe, and remember, click that like button. That actually is what makes a difference to YouTube, and it helps my channel.